Alright, where are we at now? Part 4. Installing updates. Why? Because we know what's the best. Alright. Navigation systems.
I don't understand why all the satellites started falling from the sky at the same time.
Well, you know, I've heard there's a HARP station off the coast here.
Are you kidding?
Well, no, I'm serious as a tornado, John.
Never mind. I don't even want to get into it. Look, here we are. You want noodles?
No, I don't. I had a very heavy lunch. No time to make an order.
It's not a question. But I suppose we're waiting here for our next step?
You're finally catching on. Yes, time for Taylor to shine once again. Taylor, where to?
Alright, thank you for riding. Door locks disengaged. So we're at the noodle spot. Getting our noodles. Hammersmith power plant. So if I get that thing out of there.
It's oddly quiet. Yep. Usually you argue with me about my dedication to Taylor.
Oh.
In the parking lot of You Want Noodles, John resigned himself to the conclusion that following Taylor's lead was the only way to move forward. But when he was finally willing to listen, the resounding outcome was silence. That silence was beginning to chip away at John's floodgate of existential dread. But just as he started to get a little twitchy, Taylor played the song 9-Pound Hammer, and John felt like he could breathe again.
So John's...
9-pound hammer. We're going to the Hammer power plant. You know, the disaster that we need to prevent must be there. All these power outages should have tipped us off long ago.
As I recall, we have suggested it before.
Oh, thank you, Taylor. We are in your debt once again. I don't know what we would do without you.
Whoa. Nice eye roll, Huck. I haven't seen that one before.
Thanks, it's new. I've been working on it. The Hammer power plant is 2.3 miles away.
Is that a...
Yes. We might as well slow down. We'll never make it.
Calculating the train's velocity, we will approach the railroad crossing 7.8 seconds after the train.
I feel a need for speed.
Recalculating taking into account our current acceleration.
Come on!
We will approach the railroad crossing 2.1 seconds after the train.
All the hours I spent as Princess Peach in Mario Kart are finally paying off. I can shave off at least another 5 seconds.
I'd rather you didn't.
I can't believe they still have you on hold. Just hang up. I could build a new generator in the time it'd take the power company to help us.
It's ridiculous, man. I almost said screw you guys.
You sure have been keeping yourself busy in there. But don't think I didn't notice you throwing all those pencils in the ceiling. When it's time to replace those ceiling tiles, it's not going to be me climbing up on a ladder. I'll tell you that much.
I had to, man.
It feels weird just sitting here not broadcasting anything. But I guess Utopia Tech is still paying us. Someone should be here in case we can get the antenna fixed. But it sure is boring. You know, we can fix that. Tell me a joke.
I don't know any jokes, man. I'm not funny.
Wait, I'm not sure I get it. Explain how... Sorry, hold on. I think I saw a mouse. I am not paid to be an exterminator, but if Rick keeps propping the back door open, we're going to have a whole nest in here. Mice and wiring do not mix.
This chaos muppet is trying to race a train. I apologize. I'm sure you've come to expect a certain elegance from me, but some behavior is too asinine to dignify with clever prose. Fortunately, the area man's hostage is a little more discerning, so he is trying hard to convince the area man to knock it off already.
Disaster waits for no man, friend. The sooner I get to the power plant and save the day, the sooner you can get your car to the shop and make your way back to your wife.
Wait, I think I can reroute us so we don't have to risk our lives trying to race a train.
No thank you. We don't need another route. We're on the golden path. I can feel it.
Well, it's not looking so golden from here. There's a bank of fog up ahead. You won't be able to see a thing.
Yes, well, I'm sure this truck has fog lights. It's got everything else.
Let's see here. Wiper requested. Okay. Does this really do anything? Oh, he does have a brain. This is literally Huck's brain. Where is... Wait a minute. I think I know what I gotta do here. And... Did I get it? Did I get it that time? Wiper requested. So maybe I gotta try and time this. Let's see here.
It's not like snow. You can't just wipe the fog away.
Well, I'm not trying to. I just don't know what all these switches do. It's not my truck.
Says the hijacker to his hostage. I'm well aware this is not your truck. The kind man who was taking me to get my car fixed is a long-forgotten dream at this point.
Okay, let's do it again. Come on. Am I not getting this? How am I not getting this? Oh, I think I'm doing it too soon. Let's see. Oh, now I lost tracking there. That's some BS. Oh, got it.
Okay, well, I'm not a professional driver, but how on earth do you mistake the horn for anything other than a horn?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just hit it by mistake trying to look under the steering column.
Requested.
Oh, you've come to your senses. Terrific. Now, how do I pull up the alternate routes again?
No. I did not put it in reverse on purpose. It had some sort of weird button in it. I didn't know what it did, so I pushed it, and now we're losing critical time if we want to beat that train. There it is! We're back in action. Hold on!
I'm still going after trying to beat this damn train. Hazards requested. Alright, maybe I didn't do it right. I don't quite understand what's going on here. Do I hold it? There.
I'm sure I had it this time. God, where are those fog lights?
There we go.
Man, I can't see anything.
Well, you turned on the brights, and the fog just reflects the light back into our eyes. It's physics 101, really.
That's the theory.
Well, did you major in irritating passenger comments? Because you're obnoxious 101.
What was that?
Probably better that we don't know.
fog lights engaged.
The fog's too thick. No, look, it's clearing. Look, if you follow your heart, it all works out. All right, Huck, let's see what you can do. Ah, slow down. You'll never make it. Please, stop. I want to live to meet my son. Now, this is good for you. The fear you feel is life. You have to teach your son to take risks. Teach him to run with the bulls. Moose! No, I said bulls. Like, in Spain, where they run from... Huck! Moose! Hold on!
You've been kind of dazed out there.
Hey, Moose.
Can't say that I blame you. All right, my turn. I'll tell you a joke. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Pink.
Pink who?
We both know that's not how knock-knock jokes go, but that's fine. Spoiled my fun. I don't know why I expected anything to go right today.
What did I do right? Big ass moose. Alright, anyways.
In their efforts to beat the train, our intrepid travellers narrowly avoided adorning Huck with a new moosehead hood ornament.
I don't know if I'd agree with that.
It's not moving. It's just staring at us. Maybe if you inch up slowly, we can drive around it?
It's okay, Moose. We don't want to hurt you. I think we made it mad.
Oh, do you think? He's going to crush the engine. Let's get out of here. Huck, do something.
Oh, okay.
Why is the truck shaking?
Yeah, well, I don't know. But is it scaring the moose away?
No! Huck, you've got to try something else. No, I do not like this.
The moose can sense your fear, John.
Well, with the windows down, I'm sure it's sensing a lot more of it.
Don't worry. As long as we hold perfectly still, it can't see us. Its eyes only track motion.
It's a moose, not a T-Rex.
You don't think by chance its antlers can fit inside this open window and impale me, do you?
I'd rather not find out. I don't know, Huck. Okay, can you do something else to get us out of here?
Where do I, fog, window, hood. Let's do this.
Okay. I like where this is going. Moose, focus on the lights. You're getting very sleepy.
You gotta be kidding me. You're trying to hypnotize the moose?
Yes, I once took a correspondence course on hypnosis. The frequency of these hazards is the correct rhythm to
do absolutely nothing? Because it's working. Nice. Everything's getting worse.
Right.
Move, moose.
Alright,
Oh shoot, I was hoping that might work.
I don't want to die. We need help.
I was having fun with that. Anyway.
This isn't working. We have to get the moose off the road. We need help. Won't anyone help us?
Okay. We gotta help them. Let's see. Hopefully they don't die. Let's see, I'm gonna get this.
I'm getting out of here.
What are the...
Disaster shook our humble community today. An angry moose began charging vehicles at a railroad crossing. Just as it looked like the moose would crush the truck, a flash flood swept through the area with so much force, it derailed the train, knocking it into the truck waiting at the railroad crossing. The impact killed the local hero who was still inside the tow truck's cab. Services will be held Thursday at noon for the local hero who, we just discovered, has been organizing a free farmers market for the hungry. 4 years ago, he created a gardening collective and asked all the local gardeners with extra produce on their hands to set up tables on Main Street each Saturday and give away fresh fruits and vegetables they had grown but couldn't eat. This past year, he got local grocers to donate the ugly produce they normally throw away because it's too beat up to put on shelves. Local environmentalists say his efforts cut the amount of food waste rotting in our local dump, which is one of the major contributors to methane production and consequently global warming. Although I guess that also means we had fewer loaves of zucchini bread being baked in our fair town each fall.
Zucchini bread. Alright. So they died. They died. We gotta try again. No problem.
In the parking lot of You Want Noodles, John resigned himself to the conclusion that following Taylor's lead was the only way to move forward. But when he was finally willing to listen, the resounding outcome was silence. That silence was beginning to chip away at John's floodgate of existential dread. But just as he started to get a little twitchy, Taylor played the song 9-Pound Hammer, and John felt like he could breathe again.
9-Pound Hammer. We're going to the Hammer power plant. The disaster that we need to prevent must be there. All these power outages should have tipped us off long ago.
As I recall, we have suggested it before.
Oh, thank you, Taylor. We are in your debt once again. I don't know what we would do without you.
Whoa. Nice eye roll, Huck. I haven't seen that one before.
Thanks, it's new. I've been working on it. The Hammer Power Plant is 2.3 miles away.
Working on it.
We'll never make it!
Watch me.
My calculations confirm John's pessimism. We will not make it.
All the hours I spent as Princess Peach in Mario Kart are finally paying off. I can shave off at least another 5 seconds.
It's foggy, we can't see a thing!
No, it's clearing. Huck, let's see what you can do.
I've been doing more than you know.
Slow down!
Face your fear. Run with the bulls.
Moose!
Well, no, actually, the expression is run with the bulls.
Well, actually, if someone should be, actuallying anyone, it's me, actuallying you. But in the interest of time and safety, no, Moose!
I will save you, like I do everything else. Engaging emergency braking system.
It's not moving. It's just staring at us. Maybe if you inch up slowly, we can drive around it?
Well, I think it's mad.
We'll never get around it.
Well, don't get so discouraged, John. You throw off your hope too quickly. We still have Taylor. Help, Taylor!
Okay. Don't throw off your hope too quickly. We still have Taylor.
I don't know what to do. Taylor, if you're out there, now would be a fantastic time to intervene. The integrity of my hood has been compromised. I'm getting out of here!
Oh, they died again, son of a bitch.
Disaster shook our humble community today. An angry moose began charging vehicles at a railroad crossing. Just as it looked like the moose would crush the truck, a passenger fled the vehicle. The moose began charging toward the man, but the driver honked the truck's horn, enraging the animal, which shifted its course and rammed the tow truck several times, eventually hitting the engine, which exploded on impact. The heroic horn-honking driver was killed instantly. The moose suffered minor scuffs to his antlers, but will recover just fine. Services will be held Thursday at noon for the local hero who we just discovered.
Oh. I didn't even get to read or hear that. Okay, so not this and not that. I have an idea. Maybe just like
In the parking lot of You Want Noodles, John resigned himself to the conclusion that following Taylor's lead was the only way to move forward. But when he was finally willing to listen, the resounding outcome was silence. That silence was beginning to chip away at John's floodgate of existential dread. But just as he started to get a little twitchy, Taylor played the song 9-Pound Hammer, and John felt like he could breathe again.
9-Pound Hammer. We're going to the Hammer power plant. The disaster that we need to prevent must be there. All these power outages should have tipped us off long ago.
As I recall, we have suggested it before.
Oh, thank you, Taylor. We are in your debt once again. I don't know what we would do without you.
Whoa. Nice eye roll, Huck. I haven't seen that one before.
Thanks, it's new. I've been working on it. The Hammer power plant is 2.3 miles away.
Slow down, it's a train! No, the opposite. We have to speed up. There's too much fog. That burned off. Now we have to make up for lost time. Slow down! Run with the bulls. No, moose!
Engaging emergency braking system.
Okay.
It's not moving. It's just staring at us. Maybe if you inch up slowly, we can drive around it? It's blocking our way!
And it's ramming poor Huck. If I didn't know better, I'd think that you had a bullseye painted right on your hood, Huck. Taylor, help!
I don't know what to do.
What was I about to do?
Taylor, if you're out there, now would be a fantastic time to intervene.
Okay, oh yeah, that's right.
I'm getting out of here!
No. Oh.
Disaster shook our humble community today. An angry moose began charging vehicles at a railroad crossing. Just as it looked like the moose would crush the truck, a herd of moose from a nearby forest approached the scene, performing a complicated dance with the skill and coordination of much lighter, more graceful animals. Witnesses say the lead moose wore a strange dinosaur mask. When the coordinated line of dancing moose approached the tow truck, they pushed it aside to make room for their primal yet delicate dance. The moose herd continued to push the truck closer to the edge of the cliff until it tipped over the edge into the ravine, tragically killing the local hero who was still trapped inside. Services will be held Thursday at noon for the local hero who we just discovered has been taking care of 15 rescue dogs as they await adoption, covering their care and expenses to keep them from being put down when the local shelter had reached capacity.
Man, that guy. What a sweetheart. Okay, so it's not that. Maybe we gotta try and feed him. Maybe we gotta try and feed him, like, the snacks.
In the parking lot of You Want Noodles, John resigned himself to the conclusion that following Taylor's lead was the only way to move forward. But when he was finally willing to listen, the resounding outcome was silence. That silence was beginning to chip away at John's floodgate of existential dread. But just as he started to get a little twitchy, Taylor played the song 9-Pound Hammer, and John felt like he could breathe again.
9-Pound Hammer. We're going to the Hammer power plant. The disaster that we need to prevent must be there. All these power outages should have tipped us off long ago.
As I recall, we have suggested it before.
Oh, thank you, Taylor. We are in your debt once again. I don't know what we would do without you.
Whoa. Nice eye roll, Huck. I haven't seen that one before.
Thanks, it's new. I've been working on it. The Hammer power plant is 2.3 miles away.
Slow down! Eating up! Walk! Ugly! Move! Oh, Huck, you're so clutch. Now, if only you could help us dart around this moose.
It's not moving. It's just staring at us. Maybe if you inch up slowly, we can drive around it?
Help!
I'm getting out of here!
Damn it.
Disaster shook our humble community today. An
It really
angry
sucks
moose began charging vehicles at a railroad crossing, just as it looked like the moose would crush the truck. An unidentified bystander threw a bag of animal treats away from the battered truck onto the side of the road. This futile attempt to distract the moose only resulted in a larger herd of moose coming out of the forest. The treats attracted the moose in astonishing numbers, and the herd appears to have completely demolished the truck, resulting in the tragic death of our local hero. Services will be held Thursday at noon for the local hero who we just discovered has been serving a spaghetti dinner every Friday for anyone and everyone who showed up. People who have attended his weekly feast said he wanted to create a sense of community and make sure everyone had a full belly going into the weekend.
Why don't we give the moose noodles? Why don't we just give the moose noodles?
In the parking lot of You Want Noodles, John resigned himself to the conclusion that following Taylor's lead was the only way to move forward. But when he was finally willing to listen, the resounding outcome was silence. That silence was beginning to chip away at John's floodgate of existential dread. But just as he started to get a little twitchy, Taylor played the song 9-Pound Hammer, and John felt like he could breathe again.
9-pound hammer. We're going to the Hammer power plant. The disaster that we need to prevent must be there. All these power outages should have tipped us off long ago.
As I recall, we have suggested it before.
Oh, thank you, Taylor. We are in your debt once again. I don't know what we would do without you.
Whoa. Nice eye roll, Huck. I haven't seen that one before.
Thanks, it's new. I've been working on it. The Hammer power plant is 2.3 miles away.
Slow down! Eating up! Walk! Ugly! Move! Oh, Huck, you're so clutch. Now, if only you could help us dart around this moose.
It's not moving. It's just staring at us. Maybe if you inch up slowly, we can drive around it?
Help!
What does this fucking moose want?
I don't know what to do. Taylor, if you're out there, now would be a fantastic time to intervene.
The integrity of my hood has been compromised.
I'm getting out of here!
jeez, man. Come on.
Disaster shook our humble community today. An angry moose began charging vehicles at a railroad crossing. Just as it looked like
And
the
now I
moose
gotta
would
listen to this
crush the
shit.
truck, a passenger fled the vehicle. The moose began charging toward the man, but the driver honked the truck's horn, enraging the animal, which shifted its course and rammed the tow truck several times, eventually hitting the engine, which exploded on impact. The heroic horn-honking driver was killed instantly. The moose suffered minor scuffs to his antlers, but will recover just fine. Services will be held Thursday at noon for the local hero who, we just discovered, has been volunteering after hours at the dump each night, sorting trash into compostables and recyclables.
Alright. So it's not the food. It's not the bat. Knuckleback. I'm really lost.
In the parking lot of You Want Noodles, John resigned himself to the conclusion that following Taylor's lead was the only way to move forward. But when he was finally willing to listen, the resounding outcome was silence. That silence was beginning to chip away at John's floodgate of existential dread. But just as he started to get a little twitchy, Taylor played the song 9-Pound Hammer, and John felt like he could breathe again.
Also not giving me any kind of hint.
9-Pound Hammer. We're
It's like
going
the fifth
to the
time or
Hammer
sixth time I've
power
done this
plant.
shit. Give me a hint, guys.
The disaster that we need to prevent must be there. All these power outages should have tipped us off long ago.
As I recall, we have suggested it before.
Oh, thank you, Taylor. We are in your debt once again. I don't know what we would do without you.
Whoa. Nice eye roll, Huck. I haven't seen that one before.
Thanks, it's new. I've been working on it. The Hammer Power Plant is 2.3 miles away.
Slow down! Eating it! Fuck! Ugly! Move! Oh, Huck, you're so clutch. Now, if only you could help us dart around this moose.
It's not moving. It's just staring at us.
That was the
Maybe
hint.
if you inch up slowly, we can drive around it?
Help!
Put dart around this moose.
What's that in the bushes? Where? Behind the moose? It appears to be a man in camouflage. The moose seems to have fallen asleep.
Right on time.
Whew, got it.
And now for the startling conclusion of our program. Oh, wait, sorry. This is not a radio drama. But if it was, you might be wondering, was something fishy happening at the power plant? Was there a larger disaster that needed to be averted? Could the area man step in and rescue everyone from everything? Let's find out.
We're here. We finally made it to the power plant.
Are you sure the power is still out across town?
Our radio's been working fine.
My sensors on the grid tell me that power to half the town is out, including the radio station.
That doesn't make sense.
Ah, poor John. Always thinking with your brain. Whoa! Hey, I see sparks coming from the corner of the plant. I'm gonna go check it out.
Oh, it's awfully dark. The hell's this?
Sir, you're not allowed to be back here.
Nonsense. I'm here to help.
Oh, I apologize. You must be the thermodynamic nuclear expert we call for from Washington.
Yeah, I'm here to help.
Whenever we have outages, we always give rogue citizens snooping around thinking they know better than us on how to do our job. Anyway, thanks for taking the trip. Let me show you the issue.
I see. Yes. Have you tried turning it off and back on again?
Well, no. Because, of course, as you know, if we...
Let's see, emergency shutdown.
Wait, stop! What are you doing? You can't just... I can't believe that worked.
I did it.
Taylor was shocked that they were able to restore the power. Most of the time, Taylor felt like an imposter. Randomly connecting cables with no real knowledge of what the cables do felt like an apt metaphor for Taylor's entire existence. And while I admit Taylor seemed pretty sus, and I might have been inclined to advocate that a small group gathered to throw Taylor out the hatch for being the imposter, I would have been wrong. Taylor may fumble around a bit, but eventually Taylor always makes the right connections.
Well, I'm happy to help.
That should not have worked. It could have caused a major...
But it didn't. Have a good day, friend.
I'm gonna have to write so many incident reports.
Okay, but is the power back on across town?
Well, yes, but...
You're welcome. I'm glad I could help. If you see something awe-inspiring in the sky, don't be alarmed. It's all part of my amazing tech support, I think.
The only thing I'm seeing in my future are warning lights and reprimands.
How's the power grid looking now, Huck?
Power has been restored to all businesses and residences.
Right on.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think you actually saved the day.
Thank you. I know you had your doubts, but I hope you can see now that it was worth all of the aggravation I've caused you.
I am genuinely sorry I questioned your intentions.
Let's celebrate with a little easy listening, shall we?
Restored power to half the town during a power outage. The power plant spokesperson says that although the area man's actions resulted in restored power, they were reckless and dangerous. They ask that we encourage listeners who experience power outages to report the outage to the power company and wait until professionals are able to restore the power to their area. Unfortunately, tragedy still looms heavy over our small town, as a pregnant woman who disappeared this afternoon is still missing.
Damn it.
Rescue workers pledged to search through the night for the pregnant woman who is believed to be in active labor. Her friends say she was visibly upset earlier today after she and her husband got in a fight. The friends who were camping with the woman say that her water broke just as the explosions began on the beach. The woman ran off in terror when raccoons tore through their campsite, wielding miniature blow-dart guns with their adorable, clever, super dexterous people paws. First responders hope to find the woman and her baby alive, but the longer the search continues, the less hope they have of a happy ending for the woman and her child.
Taylor got a strange feeling of déjà vu while hearing about the missing pregnant woman's plight. Taylor committed to helping the pregnant woman, thinking of all the things that could have been done differently to prevent this impending tragedy. The could-haves and should-haves left Taylor feeling lonely as River Phoenix without his siblings Rain, Summer, Joaquin, and Liberty. Like many other Oregon residents, Taylor felt a particular kinship to River Phoenix, who, fun fact, was born in Oregon. Taylor's desire to help the pregnant woman left Taylor feeling like lonely River Phoenix.
We need to go and help. Okay. We gotta
Late night in a town that goes to bed early, one DJ sits alone in a seaside radio station.
That'll do. I've heard worse. The show is off and running now. Hey, I was so transfixed by your performance, I missed that incoming call.
Hey, Taylor. You don't know me, but I think you're supposed to help me. I know that sounds weird, but...
We're required to run an emergency broadcasting test today to keep our license. Only we don't have all that newfangled fancy schmancy equipment you had at the station you came from.
I knew it. I knew there was an emergency. You've been guiding me all this time, giving me clues.
The plus side is, maybe no one was hearing this train wreck of a show anyway.
Turns out we're not far. Be there in a few minutes, okay?
Tell him not to. This is private property.
Taylor couldn't help but suspect that a very odd form of déjà vu was in play. Had Taylor slipped outside of time somehow? This day that Taylor had already experienced was now moving far too fast. Taylor just needed everything to stop for a minute. And then it did. Time slowed down. Taylor, being terrifically clever, used the extra time to try to reflect on what had gone wrong and hopefully discover any important connections that had been misunderstood. Until Taylor discovers the connections, their life will always feel like a meaningless cycle of guess and check. Most people live their whole lives that way, but Taylor had been given a miraculous gift. Several uninterrupted minutes to explore, pay attention, and reach out and grab the opportunity to pick up on the key connections.
Let's try and get to Carol's. Yeah. Because that's over near the beach. Maybe you could use this map of your investigations. Your mom, Carol. Okay. So... yeah, we gotta go to Carol's. Alright, so let's do the, Judy's artichoke, obviously. Gotta go there.
Time's up. Did Taylor discover the key connections? We shall soon see.
Let's hope.
Hey, Taylor! It's me! Your signal's out, and I can't hear you leading me anymore. Hey, man, I really need your help. I don't know who else to turn to. I think I did a really bad thing.
You were the one that caused those explosions.
How is that old computer booting up? We don't have power anywhere else in the studio. Can you see what's going on with the computer? It's always been a little wonky.
Recap. The area man is on a mission to stop a disaster. He is not sure how he's supposed to save the day, but because you played Rocket Tow Truck over the radio earlier today, he hijacked a tow truck, inadvertently kidnapping John, who is understandably a little miffed. John wants to get his car fixed and return to his pregnant wife. Area man wants to follow all your leadings, going wherever you tell him to go, through those mysterious clues you keep sending him, whether you intend to or not. Now that you're all caught up, let's continue.
All caught up.
Yeah, look, I can't go anywhere unless the radio tells me to.
The radio is out. It's over.
Now, with the latest local news, here's Paul Itzer.
That's exactly right. It's a miracle. Taylor, where are we going? Play us a song.
More beach.
Alright, man, so...
Taylor didn't trust the man who seemed somewhat delusional.
Alright.
The area man's unfailing belief in Taylor, that's you, caused him to wait for a sign before he continued onward. When Taylor played the beloved single Broken Artichoke Heart, the area man believed with all his heart that Judy's artichoke stand was where he needed to go next on his journey.
It's really the only one that can
My
go.
Broken Artichoke Heart. I love this song.
My GPS tells me that Judy's artichoke stand is 2.7 miles ahead, and there are roads from there that continue on to many of the locations you've mentioned this evening.
Huck, lead the way. Well, John, you must be feeling pretty crummy about doubting me. Even worse, about, well, doubting poor Taylor. But you know what? Try not to beat yourself up about it. You're going to learn to believe in others when you begin to believe in yourself.
Switchbacks.
We almost lost it there.
Oh, that was close.
You're welcome.
Also, I'm tall.
Ooh, Dino Dog's
Also,
doing
I'm
the
tall.
raptor.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Well, we got the
Help,
dodge.
Taylor. Just help us. Do something. Do anything.
Gotta
Do
get
the
the dino
raptor.
dancing. Let's do it again. One more time.
Wait. Look, that one executive walked up without a dog.
What's he holding?
My advanced imaging system shows a dinosaur bobblehead doll in his hands.
He's doing the raptor.
This is a dope ass song to sing.
Everyone's forming up behind him like a conga line. Hold on. He's leading them off the road.
Yes.
I think we can get going.
Tiny arms, big head,
Big head.
jump into the raptor line, swing those raptor arms so fine.
Tiny arms, big head.
Big head.
Raptors got it going on. Dance the raptor all night long.
Once you've learned the raptor way, you can jump until the break of day.
That's awesome.
Don't have to think, the raptor never goes extinct.
Everybody do the raptor, swing those arms, come on faster, spread the word out far and wide, raptor leap from side to side. Everybody do the raptor, swing those arms, come on faster, spread the word out far and wide, raptor leap from side to side.
Alright, I think you're getting the hang of it. Remember to stick around for Raptor 2.0 coming soon.
Yes, that was awesome. Alright. I love that song. That's a good song. And we're off.
Whew. I wasn't sure we were going to get out of there.
It's another day in the office.
Judy's artichoke stand. Here we are.
So, now what?
We wait.
We
Wait for
wait?
me.
We wait for Taylor to lead us on from here.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go inside and use the restroom.
We gotta go to Pinata Pete's now.
Come on, Taylor. Where are we going?
I got you. Let's get out of here. Okay. So, if we pay attention, we're at Artichokes, and we went to the noodle spot, and we made it there. So let's go.
There are only 2 destinations we can get to from here. You want noodles and Pinata Pete's. Perhaps you should choose one.
Pinata
Not
Pete.
disrespect the process. I'm going to wait for Taylor to place something over the air to tell me where to go.
How often do you?
I am scanning my memory files, and I have never heard the radio station play any songs about noodles or pinata.
Bored.
Are
you sick of hanging out at movie theaters and bowling alleys?
Hell yeah.
Bring the kids to Piñata Pete's.
All right.
With 4 themed rooms filled with piñatas. For $15 an hour, you get
Taylor paraded the doggy dancers off the road, Congo style, clearing the way for John, Huck, and the area man. They made it to Judy's artichoke stand, and seeing no clear catastrophe to intervene in, the area man began to wonder where to go next. Luckily, Taylor sent them a super sneaky clue.
Oh, Piñata Pete's. I love that place.
Should we go there?
Yeah, no time for hilarious fun today. We're on a mission.
No, I mean, you were just asking where we should go, and then the radio played this commercial, almost like an answer to your question.
You know what? You were right. And, by the way, look who's starting to believe in Taylor.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I just want to keep us moving.
Huck, set a course for Piñata Pete's.
Huck?
No.
Oh.
Oh, Piñata. It's electric. A boogie, woogie, woogie.
Candy, 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 candy,
No! Taylor, help us before these kids electrocute themselves for a Tootsie Roll. Help! I need you to bat around a few ideas for helping us. Please!
Help! You need help!
No problem. Give me this. Thank you.
Look at that man in the yellow suit.
And then beat the hell out of this thing.
I don't know. What's he holding? There it is. Nice swing. Oh, but it was a little low. How about high? To the right? No, to the left. That's the spot. A little harder. And not too hard. Whoa. That really sent it swinging.
Look out! It's gonna break open! No fair! I wanna turn!
Look at that clever girl up on the awning. She'll be able to scoop up all the candy and catch it. None of those three climbing the tree might beat her to it.
Give Chance some of her candy. She didn't get any.
Not a bit of candy left anywhere.
Whoa, man.
Not even a stale Tootsie Roll left behind. Hey, the road's clear. Let's go.
There's always stale Tootsie Rolls. Okay, so we did that.
We have safely arrived at our current destination,
I miss him with his
Piñata
little
Pete's.
Yeah, which is more than we can say
sombrero.
for that giant piñata that was being delivered here. I hope they paid for shipping insurance.
According to my advanced navigation technology, we are in close proximity to Oscar's auto shop. We could drop John and his car off with a minimal detour.
Let's go!
No, no time to waste. There's a disaster I need to prevent. We need to wait for Taylor to send us a message about where to go next.
The time you spend inefficiently waiting on navigational instructions from Taylor is much greater than the 3 minutes I predict it would take for my suggested detour. And by my calculations, you have wasted at least 23 minutes arguing with John so far today. Dropping him off at Oscar's would ultimately be a time saver.
Yeah!
Yeah, well, take it up with Taylor. Taylor is the one spinning the discs and calling the shots. Where are we going, Taylor?
Eric, you are hard-headed, but alright. So, now, don't want to go to the S'more Beach. Not gonna get much there. Carol's Corner. That's right. Let's go to Carol's Corner.
Taking directions from a radio station is insulting when I have been programmed with a self-updating global positioning system. I can tell you...
Carol's Corner, inviting you to come on down to Carol's Corner.
Carol's Corner,
Furniture and Radio Parts Emporium. Do you need a wicker nightstand? We got them. Wicker paper plate holders. Well, we got those too.
Yeah.
And a radio. Rare radio transponders.
Rare.
No longer being commonly manufactured. Well, you better believe
She sounds like a
we got 'em.
sweetheart.
Now, don't forget to take a look at the largest curio cabinet in the county. We have a little something for everyone, don't we, Rick?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
These guys
Even
sound
Rick
so sweet.
Rowland
Give me a moment.
in the morning shops here at Carol's Corner, Wicker Furniture, and Radio Parts Emporium.
Okay, that was so sweet. That was so wholesome.
After narrowly avoiding electrocution from a candy distributing decoration, our voyagers wondered where to go next. And then the answer seemed to come to them like a comforting voice from the past.
Huh. That voice sounds so familiar, doesn't it?
Not to me.
My memory files tell me I have heard this voice before when this commercial aired previously.
No, that's not it. Carol, she said. That's it. Carol's Curiosities. Rick's mom is Carol from the Truck Stop Antique Store. I know where we're headed.
My map does not show any record of Carol's Curiosities.
Well, it's actually called Carol's Corner. I call it Carol's Curiosities because she has a beautiful inlaid oak curio cabinet.
Oh.
Ah, Carol's Corner, ETA 1 minute.
The biggest one. That's what she said.
My GPS just updated me. Carol's Corner has been permanently closed.
Oh, well, that can't be right. It's not closed. I was just there.
I don't know. Looks pretty close to me. Was there a fire here?
I confirm smoke residue in the air.
Oh, no. Yeah, I always told Carol gasoline and wicker furniture don't mix.
Not at all.
Ah, her poor Russian doll collection.
The fire looks recent.
Well, what if I was supposed to prevent the fire and save Carol, but I'm too late? And where is Carol? I don't see her yellow Cadillac. Hopefully she was far away when this happened.
It's funny. Well, sad, really. I don't even know his name. He's always just been Alice's kid. You know, Alice and I went out once. She talked about her kid as soon as the breadsticks arrived. She just lives her life for him, you know? It scared me.
Our travelers were distraught to discover the fiery remains of Carol's Curiosities, or Carol's Corner, or Carol's Corner Wicker Furniture and Radio Accessories Emporium, depending on what you like to call it. For once, it seemed Taylor had failed them, and they wondered aloud where they should head next.
Where to now?
I don't know. DJ Taylor was sending me to Carol. Maybe we still need to find her, but where could she be? Hey there, little winged beauties. Were you sent here to help me?
There must be thousands of them. I've never seen birds pulse like that.
Murmurations are actually quite common anywhere that there are populations of starlings. Starlings are not native to the United States, but now roost in Oregon in the millions and are considered a destructive pest species.
Okay, they're not pests. They are magnificent. Look, watch the murmuration. It looks like an arrow. Okay, hurry. We need to follow them. We need to drive in the direction that they are pointing.
Anyway, I didn't ask her out again, you know. Alice wasn't a good fit. Haven't ever been ready to live my life for someone else. I admire it, though. She'll land on her feet. She's an amazing producer. It'll be pretty quiet here at the station without her notes everywhere. And the kid, too, keeping me on my toes. Maybe I could have monster-stood the little fella if she and Rick need me to.
There's an arrow pointing up. Okay.
With Carol's Corner reduced to a smoking ash heap, the area man was desperate to find Carol. And for reasons no one can justify, he believed a flock of starlings would lead them straight to her.
See? It's working. Look. Don't they kind of look like a smiley face now? They're happy with us. We've got to keep up. See that? Now they're turning sharply to the left.
There's no road here.
Doesn't matter.
It matters a little. I'm not an off-road vehicle.
Sometimes you have to stray from the beaten path. Time to seize the day. 2 roads diverge.
This is not
in
a good
yellow
idea.
wood. And sorry I could not
Warning,
travel
the
both.
strains on my
And
shocks
to
is
be
beyond the factory
one
tested limits.
Traveler. Long I
My
stood
car
and
is
looked
back
down
there. It's
one
taking
as far
a
as I
beating.
could to where it bent in the undergrowth.
Steering has become unreliable.
Then took the other as just as fair.
We need to
comes
turn back.
Somewhere, ages and ages hence.
This is
2
not a safe
roads
path.
diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled.
You
by.
are a
And
maniac.
that
You
has
have to listen
made
to us.
all
Stop!
the difference. Look, they've paused and formed what looks like an exclamation mark. I'm not sure what it means.
At least we've stopped. We can't go on like this.
It feels like a warning, but what are they trying to warn us about?
Holy
Excrement of an avian nature.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh.
It is a natural biological process. John, everyone poops.
Everyone poops.
Huck, let's clear these windows and get moving. We can't lose them now. That is not clearing the windshield. It's just smearing it all around.
My apologies. I was not programmed to cry and my tear ducts are dry.
What are we gonna do? We need help.
Help!
It's raining. It's not just raining, it's pouring. The old man is snoring. Tee-hee, tee-hee.
Ha! Good one, Huck.
Thank you. I was not initially programmed to make humorous comments, but I have studied human behavior and grown my reference material database. It is rather impressive.
Don't quit your day job, Huck.
This deluge has cleared the windshield, and look, the birds have formed the shape of a C. C for Carol. They're leading us to her. I'm sure of it.
Carol's Corner had been a bust. Any transponders for sale there had gone up in flames with the rest of the store. But maybe the quest to get the radio station back up and running had all been set in motion so the area man could seek out Carol. Would the area man save the day after all? Was all the chaos of the day leading him to this singular moment of connection? Let's find out how this adventure concludes.
Let's see. I'm interested. I'm curious.
Rick, is that you?
Oh,
I knew
sounds
you'd
like
come.
that, sweetie.
Sorry to disappoint you, Carol. It's me. Well, we went to your shop and it looked like there had been an accident.
Yes, fire.
Yeah, so how'd that happen?
I'm too embarrassed.
Oh, Carol, you can tell me anything. I'm worried about you.
It's just, Rick never returns my calls and I miss him so.
Yeah, well, that's not right. I mean, you're such a sweet lady and a good mom.
Sorry to interrupt, but what does missing Rick have to do with the fire?
I thought, maybe if he was worried about me.
I don't like where this is going.
Yeah,
Maybe
neither
if
do
he
I.
heard I was in a terrible accident, he'd check in on me more often.
Hey, Carol? Did you set that fire?
Only just a little.
You only set the fire a little.
I made sure it was after hours so no one would get hurt, and I waited for a low-wind day.
I think Carol may need a little attention from people who are trained to help her.
Carol? You know that's not okay.
No. But do you know I've stayed here for 8 days since the fire? Rick hadn't come check on me even once.
That's a little messed up.
He hadn't called. I mean, for all he knows, I died in that fire. I call him 8 times a day, and then he hears nothing from me in over a week. And he doesn't even notice.
I'll tell you what, Carol. I think you're lonely living way out here alone. You know, I live in my mom's basement, and I've been craving more, well, more independence. And I'm ready to spread my wings and fly away from the nest. And, I mean, ultimately, I wouldn't want to leave my mom permanently, but maybe I could come stay here on the weekends with you.
I would really like that. I wondered if I should get a roommate.
Yeah, we could play canasta, and I could eat your banana bread and listen to you read out loud to me.
You'd be willing to do that for me?
Yeah, I sure would, Carol. I think you're a lovely lady, and Rick is a fool to take you for granted.
Would you call me Mom sometimes?
Yes, I sure would. Most definitely.
Thank you.
Poor lady.
I was becoming so desperate, I'm not sure what I would have done. You're my
really
hero.
needs some help.
Well, I'm happy to help, Mom.
Oh, did you see that? The sky. It turned almost neon violet. It paused a few times. Did you see it?
It looked like a normal sky to me.
It was the most peculiar thing.
I'll see you Friday evening, Carol. I'll bring some laundry.
I love doing laundry. Bye. Thanks
This guy
again.
knows how to read people.
Goodbye, Carol.
Where to?
Well, I think my work here is done. Let's get John's car to the shop and call it a night.
Hey, would you mind turning the radio on?
How did we do? We didn't get to the wife.
A crisis was narrowly averted today when an unidentified hero solved a mysterious case of arson and potential insurance fraud. The area man, who asked not to be identified, said he hopes the accused is shown leniency as she was just incredibly lonely and happens to be a terrific mother who irons the creases of khakis just right. Unfortunately, tragedy still looms heavy over our small town, as a pregnant woman who disappeared this afternoon is still missing. Rescue workers pledged to search through the night for the pregnant woman who is believed to be in active labor. Her friends say she was visibly upset earlier today after she and her husband got in a fight. The friends who were camping with the woman say that her water broke just as the explosions began on the beach. The woman ran off in terror when raccoons tore through their campsite, wielding miniature blow dart guns with their adorable, clever, super dexterous people paws. First responders hope to find the woman and her baby alive, but the longer the search continues, the less hope they have of a happy ending for the woman and her child.
Taylor couldn't help but feel responsible for the missing woman's precarious state and would do anything to go back in time and help the missing woman. Although Taylor wasn't sure what changes could have been made to rescue the woman, Taylor committed to sit down and thoughtfully noodle it over for a while.
All right. So that's going to do it for me right now. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and all that stuff. I will continue later. I'll post another video probably later today. So, yeah, hope you guys are enjoying it. And, because I sure am. This is a pretty damn cool game, I gotta say. So, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. All right. Until next time, guys, which won't be long. All right, peace.